In September, I started Elevate, which is a 3-month climbing training program for women climbers. Last month, I showed you my first month of training, the progress I made, and how awesome the program was going for me so far. This month, I want to show you all about my second month of training, how it went, what I did, what we did differently, what I learned, and all that good stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into month 2. Month 2, week 1 is in the books. I had a really awesome start to my second month of training. We changed up our hangboard routines this month, and so now I'm doing repeaters on the hangboard, and they're going pretty well. I'm excited about it. We're also doing different bouldering drills. So this week I did some 4x4s. I have a video that I did about 4x4s like a long time ago, and the 4x4s I did this week were actually a different format, which I thought was pretty cool. It was pick 4 climbs, climb one of the climbs 4 times in a row, no rest, and then rest the amount of time that it took you to do that climb, and then go on to the next one. So by the end of it, I was very, very dead. And then for my month 1 assessment, I was a little upset because I didn't make really progress on anything except for my push-ups, and I only did like 3 more than last month. But I talked to my ladies in the Elevate group, and that's not the point of this really, like to do more pull-ups necessarily, although it is very much my personality to want to achieve and overachieve and do better. Pull-ups doesn't equal climbing. Yes, it's a related exercise, but me not being able to do more pull-ups this month doesn't tell you that I'm climbing grades that I've never climbed before. I'm more confident than ever when I'm climbing, and I'm excited about what I'm doing. Like, it doesn't tell you that. But I was upset because I really wanted 3 bodyweight pull-ups. I've never done 3 pull-ups in a row. I really wanted to do it on my assessment so I could have that assessment number. I didn't get it, but then my next hangboard workout, I did 3 pull-ups in a row, and it was a fight for the last one. It had been like a mental block for me. I would do 2 and feel really good with them, but then feel like once I started to do the 3rd, I was just like, nope, and I would not be able to do it. So I really fought for it, and I did it, and that is so cool. And I think that's really like the message of this program, or a lot of it. It's like, believe in yourself and your ability. Don't put pressure on yourself. One of my personal mantras or habits that I'm trying to implement in my climbing is telling myself, you have nothing to prove. When I was going to do my assessment, I was so nervous, and I think it made me do worse. But when I was doing those pull-ups in my other workout, I was feeling that, like, I have nothing to prove. I'm doing this for me. And then I did the 3 pull-ups. And then today was my like extra climbing day to do what I want. And I had one of my best gym sessions bouldering that I have had like ever. I did a V3 roof climb, a V4, 2 V4 pluses, a V5, and then fell in the last move of another V5 that is 100% going to go first try next time. And I felt so strong and capable, and like I was performing like at my best that whole time. And that's one of the reasons I really wanted to do this program, because I would go to the gym and feel like I wasn't like leaving it all out there, and that's what I did today. Like I really tried my hardest and I accomplished a lot, and I fought to the bitter end for that V5 that I didn't end up getting, but I prepared myself for next time, and I'm gonna get it next time. And like I just feel so positive and happy. So yeah, month 2 has me super motivated, and I'm feeling really good, ready to keep going. So I have a bit of a mid-month check-in. I've been super busy with work and life stuff the past couple weeks, so I haven't been 100% on top of my game when it comes to training and everything, but I've been doing the modules and the mindset. I've missed a couple of hangboard sessions, but that's okay. So a couple of updates. First, what we're doing in the modules. We started talking about nutrition and body image, and those are things that are hard for me to talk about, something that I've struggled with, something that I know a lot of people, women, struggle with. Body image is something that I've been working on for years, something that I've struggled with almost my whole life, but when I got into working out and fitness, it was still a struggle and something that I had to find balance in, because I tended to work out too much or go too hard, eat too little. Digging through that and how it may affect my climbing has been interesting. I do put a lot of value into physique, which is good and bad, I think. Ultimately, how I feel about it and what I'm striving towards and have been making progress towards for the past maybe 5 years is focusing on what my body is capable of and what I can do rather than what it looks like necessarily, because you don't have to look a certain way to climb. You need certain skills that you can develop and work on. And that's what I want to focus on, developing the skills that I need, working on the skills that I need, the technique. And some of that translates into physique changes, and that's totally fine, but I don't want that to be why. And when it comes to climbing, that really isn't my motivation, but it's always something in the back of my mind. But I'm making progress there, and it was really cool to talk with the group about this and see, that you're not the only one struggling with something like this. So now for more of the climbing update. I had a session in the gym where I worked on a V6 and a V7, and I got very close to sending the V7 and made some good progress on the V6, and I think I'm like ready to really accept that like I'm climbing at this level now, and if I work on these things that I can achieve them. There is no one moment where it's like you should climb V6s now. It's like do it, see how it goes, try it, and then maybe you can climb V6. Maybe you can climb V7 and you've been climbing V5 this whole time because you just didn't try the harder things. So that was really cool to see. Along that same vein, I worked on a 12A lead in the gym for a session, and I got so close to sending it. So I think it'll definitely go next time I try it. I just worked it. I worked out the beta. I figured out my clipping stances, and the coolest thing while I was working on it was that I was not afraid of falling. I was too focused on what I was doing to be scared, and I was too determined to send, to think about anything else. And also, this past weekend on Halloween, I went to the Gunks and I did some trad leading. I led Laurel, which is a 5-7, which is actually the first trad lead I've ever done. Last year, I did that for the first time. So I re-led it, and I did good. I felt super confident. I placed a lot of gear, and it was good gear. So that was really awesome. And I also led the 5-6 variation to Bunny, which is a lot longer than Laurel. So I was nervous that I was going to be nervous, but I wasn't. I climbed it really calmly. I had a level head the whole time. And it was really awesome because I've never felt like that leading trad before. I've never felt as calm as I did the other day. And I attribute a lot of that to, one, believing more in my capabilities, my physical capabilities and my skills as a climber. And two, on the way to the Gunks, I came up with a mantra to tell myself when I would start freaking out. I am safe, I am capable, I am confident. And when I felt those feelings coming on, when I was climbing, I repeated that to myself out loud multiple times. And it worked. It calmed me down. It reminded me of those things, you know, I'm safe, I know what I'm doing, I'm capable, I am good at this, I'm confident, and I'm going to execute. And I did. And it was so cool. So yeah, things have been really good. I have been, like I said, slacking a little bit on my hangboard workouts and my gym training sessions. Hopefully that changes this week because I think I have a lighter work week. But either way, I'm seeing the progress in my actual climbing, and it's super cool. Sunday, which means I'm officially done with week 4, which means I'm officially done with month 2 of Elevate. This month felt like the quickest month of my entire life. I was really busy with work and life things, so I'm gonna be honest, training kind of took a back burner this month. I got probably on average 2 of my workouts done each week. I did climb and I did at least 1 of my hangboard workouts each week, but there were weeks where I didn't do both because I just didn't have time. That being said, I still made awesome progress this month and I'm super happy about it. In terms of my workouts, my climbing specific workouts, my hangboarding, I did okay on my repeaters. Again, since I missed a bunch of workouts, I don't think I made as much progress as I could have on my repeaters, but I still felt good during the workouts that I did do. For climbing specific exercises though, I made exciting progress this month. I reached a personal goal, which was to do 3 full bodyweight pull-ups in a row without assistance. In total this month, I did that like 5 times. So my next goal is 5 pull-ups. I think since I can do 3 sets of 3, I can probably get 1 set of 5 in there. So that's my goal for next month. In terms of climbing itself, I made some more progress this month. Well, actually yesterday I led my first Gunks 5.8 on trad. And I know that sounds like whatever, it's a 5.8, like big deal. I climb 5.8 very easily, but leading is a totally different story. It's a lot of head game. So I really worked on getting my head game in check this month. I did practice falls on lead in the gym, so sport climbing, and I went to the Gunks a few times with the intention of leading easy climbs, placing a lot of gear, and working on being calm while I climb and while I lead, taking the time to assess my gear, see if it's good, and really find peace while I'm climbing. The same kind that I feel on top rope. I want to feel that when I'm leading, and I achieved that the past couple of weeks. Really cool, exciting mindset gains this month, strength gains this month. We're getting into winter now. I might hopefully have a day or 2 outside at the Gunks this coming month, but if not, I'm going to be putting that work in at the gym, still working on my mindset so that next season when we come back, I'm ready to keep breaking into new grades, leading trad, hopefully sport climbing. So yeah, that's it for month 2. I'm super happy with the progress that I made, and I can't wait to do month 3, the final month of Elevate, and do a whole recap of how I feel after all of this, because this whole process so far has been so cool, and I'm excited to keep going. I'm excited for the home stretch. All right, see you then.